Welcome back. I'm Emily Schramm. I am coming out of some hibernation in order to deliver this cooking show that I love dearly. I am just so stoked that you guys watch this. I've had like 10 people, somebody in the airport, my sister flew to Spain, somebody in the airport watches this cooking show that my sister met. The people at the gym are actually doing the recipes. I mean, I know like I do it because I want you to do it, but to hear you guys doing it is really awesome. So thank you. I am taking this little hibernation because I just decided I'm sick of talking about stuff, but I'm never sick of talking about food. And so I really am just so grateful that you guys are enjoying this because I am as well. If you enjoy it, share it, comment. I love hearing it. That's my love language. Okay, today we are going to talk about another breakfast option that doesn't involve eggs. I did a really delicious quinoa cooked in coconut milk, egg, I don't even know what to call it. It was delicious, but it still involved eggs, and I feel like there's a lot of people that cannot have eggs. And when that's the case, and you're looking at breakfast options, especially when you're looking at clean breakfast options, it becomes a little bit daunting because every recipe, especially if you cook it in mass amounts, has eggs, whether it's a hash or egg muffins or bacon and eggs, whatever it might be. So I wanted to just share something specifically for Nicole, who I am working with for this Daily Blast Live Challenge. We're doing a 3-month weight loss program and she cannot have eggs. And I was like, my next cooking show is dedicated to you. So super simple. I just want to talk through a couple things as we do this. The first thing is I always have these on hand, whether they are in the freezer or in the fridge. If you are short on time and you don't, especially if you don't have eggs, something like a chicken apple sausage or the grass-fed beef Teton water sausages, just something that is quick and easy. It is the best alternative when you are in a pinch. You can keep them in the freezer and then defrost them. I swear that if you don't have these on hand, breakfast becomes really challenging and really hard really fast. So I'm a big believer in finding as well-sourced, highest quality as possible of something like a sausage. And then I take one. For me, my protein requirement usually requires 2, but we'll just start with 1, and you're just gonna dice it really, really small. Really simple. I'm not kidding you, this is the easiest little glamour-free. Don't zoom in too close because I stress people out with my cooking skills.
That's pretty good.
You did? Well, I did get my nails done. Thanks, Blake. So from here, we're just saying, okay, well, how can I make something like this taste good? And I love doing hashes, but I'm also not in love with doing what hash meal prep takes. So when I look at taking a hash or making it a little bit better, we're going to talk about this more when I talk about some Thanksgiving meals that I have coming for you closer to Thanksgiving. But I keep frozen vegetables on hand. And so these are some of the favorites that I do. Chard is really easy and really nutrient dense. Sweet potatoes, of course, and then butternut squash. My new favorite is kabocha squash, which is like this acornish type of squash, but I couldn't find that. So you're gonna let them either one, defrost a little bit or throw them in the microwave before you put them in the pan, but that is the first thing that you add to your pan. So this is ready. So you're gonna just add, remember, you're gonna do avocado oil. Remember, it's a higher cooking point. So it can do up to 550 degrees of heat, which is wonderful. I did this for too long. I talked too long. And what we're looking for in each meal is, 20 grams of carbs, give or take. If you're going to be lifting more, well, be careful. It might get a little spattery. So we're going to do a cup of sweet potatoes. And then, I'm not going to lie. I don't know very many people that like rainbow chard. So you have to combine it with stuff to make it good. And then as many as you can. I never count carbs of greens. So I would count the sweet potatoes, but I'm not gonna count the green chard. Whoa, things are flying out. And I salt it, I spice it. We're gonna do, just so you're aware, this is like a Southwest inspired bowl. So we're gonna grab some Southwest inspired looking things, taco fajita spice. This is very similar to the Sloppy Joe mix that I did last week, but I'm gonna make it more spicy with more paprika. If you don't like spice, don't add paprika. Nobody's gonna judge you for it. And then we're just gonna let that kind of defrost on its own. Remember, if you're short on time, cover it up, it goes a lot faster. Okay, so once these start to defrost enough, all we're gonna do is make sure it smells good, make sure it has enough flavor. Then we add our chicken apple sausage. Those are already cooked, which makes it so easy. And again, if you are even shorter on time than this 5-minute video, microwave your vegetables. I'm not against it. I think it's better to eat vegetables. I mean, people think raw vegetables are better, and that's just actually not true. When you cook, you release enzymes that help it, again, be easier for your body to digest. So you're gonna let that go for a while. And then I just think, okay, well, how am I gonna serve this? I want it to be pretty, I want it to be cool. This is where we can add more fun things like herbs and spices. And I'm actually creating, right now, this is a 2-ingredient crockpot that I'm doing for Matthew from Daily Blast Live. If you are really short on time and really busy, just put chicken and a can of salsa, and that is what you're doing for on low until you get home, and you're able to create so many things with it. So I had some leftovers, so I know I'm gonna put some green salsa to make it spicy, cilantro, green onions, and then, as I have told you before, every time I go to the grocery store, I try to have something new. And watermelon radishes, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've had these have been like the thing I keep getting that's new because they're so good. So I'm gonna make Blake try it. These are perfect because when you actually have foods in the summer that are in the sun, I didn't know this until I grew arugula. When the radishes and arugula, when they're in sun and kind of like really heavily exposed, they get so spicy. Have you ever had like really spicy arugula?
Yeah.
It's insane. It like takes your breath away. So now that it's fall and winter, these have like perfected, they're not too much hot, heat, sun exposure. What do you think?
I really like it.
Isn't it good? It's just like a perfect little fun radish. So we're gonna add those on top. Again, you can always pre-cut these. Don't judge me, my chef's looking. One day I'm gonna have a legit chef come into this kitchen. I gotta redo my countertops before that happens. But for the most part, I feel very confident with my skills. I just think it might look a little bit more terrifying than it actually is. Oh, I need to move this to this cutting board. Cilantro, there's this weird, did you know that certain people have a gene that makes cilantro taste like soap?
Really?
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
actually,
didn't
I wanna say at least 20% of people. So there's people that really hate it. I am one of those people that really love cilantro. And then green onions, just kind of cut in those. And all you're gonna do is get that ready. That's my topper. Let's put this in a bowl. I will say, just by talking and rambling, this feels like it took a lot longer than it usually does. This is by far the fastest breakfast you can make. So don't let my time of this video deter you if you are busy. Oh my gosh, look how many vegetables that is. That's incredible. If you are lower carb, the best thing to do is focus on lower carb in morning and add more carb at lunch and dinner. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I love green things. And a little bit of salsa. And this is my bowl. I forgot the beans. But you guys get the point. If you want to add the beans, you can. I just don't really think I digest them that well. So I just kind of stay away from them and I get my protein elsewhere. But if you need an alternative, make sure you do some digestive support. Boom. Enjoy.